As a young kid, I was pretty much drawing all the time on something, on the walls in the basement, the living room. I just always enjoyed the tactile feel of the paint and creating images. I never envisioned myself doing religious art. I went to a design school. I worked in advertising. And one day I went to a bookstore, and there was one book in particular that stood out. It was in this really beautiful gold and red box, and it was filled with all these really beautiful images of saints and of different religious scenes. I looked at it and said, I could probably do that. Illumination is the art of lighting up the page. The monasteries began illumination, and they copied the Bible. The subject matter is largely religious. They go into churches, they go into chapels, they go onto people's walls at home. And eventually, the demand became so big that it moved out of the monasteries and became a layperson's profession. It utilizes a lot of different materials such as gold, colors made from semi-precious stones that are ground into pigments. Lapis lazuli looks like blue marble, and the best grade comes from Afghanistan. The same mines that Michelangelo and many of the illuminators got their lapis lazuli from. I've done individual illuminations of particular saints, such as St. John the Baptist. In this scene, St. Nicholas is the bearer of the gift to the nations, which is the gospel. The Vera icon is the image of Christ that was left on the veil of Veronica. The church has a very rich visual vocabulary made up of incredible symbolism, and much of it has been lost. And what I try to do is bring that visual vocabulary back and get people to understand it. I designed the floor of St. John Cantius in Chicago. You can't put an image on a floor that you're going to walk on, so it all had to be done through symbols. First of all, the Star of David, the Nativity, that's the birth of Christ. The Manifestation, which are the three crowns. And then after that, you move up to the Passion, symbolized by a crown of thorns and other instruments of the torture. The Vexillum is the resurrection banner. I think the artwork really leads you into probably more of a prayerful way of life or thoughtful way of life. We're going to lay the gold onto these, and then we're going to burnish the gold. You tool the gold, not to just create neat little patterns, but it breaks it up into like a prism and helps the gold to sparkle. When you're always designing pieces depicting the firmament and the heavenly court with all the saints, and you're polishing their halos, you're hoping that you're somehow, in a way, polishing yours.